afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for sticking around for part 2 of our Summit League tournament press conference. For the second portion, we are joined by our women's basketball team head coach Ruth Sin, senior guard Jade Hill, and junior guard Amber Scalia. We will begin with a statement from head coach, and then we will have 10 to 15 minutes for questions for our student athletes.
Excited about the opportunity. I've always said that, there's holidays, and you've got Christmas and you've got Easter, but I think March Madness is the best holiday of all. And so we don't get the NCAA tournament, but we do get the Summit League tournament, and I have been so impressed at the Summit League tournament, the way they run that, the way they make our student athletes feel valued and seen and just important. And so we are really excited about this week of preparation and what we can accomplish and continue to move ourselves a step closer to playing our best basketball and playing it together. So we're really excited about this opportunity.
Sorry guys, technical.
No, you're fine.
She's here, thank you.
We will, as soon as we're done with technical things, we will open it to questions for our student athletes for 10 to 15 minutes.
Thanks.
And then we will finish the press conference with questions just for Coach Sin. So we open it down for questions for Jade and Amber.
Just the top one.
For both of you, Jade and Amber, just to echo what Ruth was saying, do you feel like you're close to playing your best basketball? I mean, was it 7-3 in your last 10?
Yeah.
That jumps out to me.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely are playing our best basketball. I mean, like Coach said, the best is yet to come, but we've really come together these last 10 games and just finding out like what our strengths are, how to build our chemistry better, and kind of just how to play off each other. I feel like we started off rocky in the conference, but we quickly turned it around, especially with J-term. We had a lot of time to like work out together with each other and get a lot of extra shots up, and I think that helped us build our chemistry together and get us going for this run we went on. So.
Amber?
Yeah, I think just going off of after January, I really think like we were in the gym a ton, and like no school is obviously nice because it's all basketball, and I think we kind of like got it together during that time and kind of like got down like our offense, our defense, exactly what we want to do, and I think it's kind of showing right now, which is great. Like I think we're feeling pretty good right now going into the tournament.
For both of you, tell me why you wanted to come to St. Thomas, and sort of knowing that your career would sort of mirror the start of this Division I transition.
Yeah, I know for me, and I definitely could speak for Amber too, it's just like the community here. Administration, our coaches, the team, everyone is very welcoming and genuine, and you don't get that at a lot of schools. We barely have any drama on the team, and everyone is just has your best interest at heart. And so I feel like that's a main reason why I came here. And of course, the academics is really high as well, and high quality. And so putting those both together has really set me up for a successful future after college. So,
Yeah, I going off of that, I agree. I think the biggest thing for me coming here was like the culture, and it's been exactly what I thought it was, and it's just amazing because like all of us like on the team, like we're all best friends, and like the coaches, like we all get along, and I think that's like the best thing honestly coming here. And then obviously the academic experience, and both me and Jade are both close to home, so I think that's always a plus. But yeah, I think those are the biggest things.
Jade, when you say barely any drama, was there some drama? And
Oh, no.
the beauty of this team that you're able to overcome whatever.
No,
Little
there
drama there
there
might be.
hasn't been any drama. So that's the correction. There hasn't really been any drama. So, which I'm very grateful for, because I have friends that go to other colleges and they're like, there's teammates that are arguing, fighting, and we've never had that. And it's such a rare experience to have that, and so rare to find. And so I'm very fortunate and very lucky that I chose a school that is so close knit in a group. So.
And we talk about that all the time, is through the course of the season, you are going to go through adversity. And you see, as you go through adversity, it either strengthens your bonds and brings you closer together about what your goal and your common goal is together, or it starts putting in cracks. And I think we've used it to bring us together and really double down on what we believe and how we play for each other.
Jade, I think you're still teaching now, right?
I'm starting officially after the season ends. So.
Okay. How do you think your St. Thomas experience has prepared you for that teaching career?
Oh, I think it has prepared me a lot. I mean, being able to communicate effectively and efficiently is such a pivotal part in teaching. And I think I've learned that very well through like the leadership of our coaches, especially Coach Sen, and then like our other administration. And it's also helped me like be like a problem solver. I've always been a problem solver, but like that's what you have to do working with kids. Especially there is a lot of drama at that age and a lot of things they go through. And so being able to care for them and nurture for them and be that problem solver and the person they can go to, I've experienced that through basketball. And so it's been easy for me to translate that over in the classroom. So.
I'm trying to rush you through all this, but, a lot of teachers that enjoy your coach. Do you have any interest in doing that when your career's over?
Definitely. It's so similar. So I've been contemplating both. Which one do I want to do first? So, yeah.
How important do you think it is to have players like you from the Twin Cities, on a team that's doing well, just for the kind of trajectory of the program and, kind of building the Tommie brand, so to speak?
It's huge. I can't ask for better role models here. We had Maxfield Elementary here, and they're "Go Miss Jade." Representation matters, and unfortunately, the women's game it's growing, and we're getting traction with that. But a lot of times in the stands, when they can kind of come up and see these girls firsthand, have a relationship with them, and say, "Hey, someday I'm going to be just like that." It's been fantastic, and so I'm so proud of our young ladies and how they've conducted themselves as as full people, not just as basketball players, but as comprehensive excellence. Our athletic director Phil Eston always talks about that comprehensive excellence. We want them to be leaders in our community, in our classroom, and competitive excellence. But they do such a great job of representing all the things that are important to our mission here at St. Thomas.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the matchup with North Dakota?
They're a great team. I mean, they have done so many aspects of the game. They've got a really dynamic point guard. They've got a very good post player and a backup post player because their top post player is hurt right now. I would think she would be back for us. And then they've got this dynamic scorer in Pemberton. So we're going to have our hands full. We've played them twice. We've been fortunate to be on that side of the win column, and we're going to try to do everything we can to limit their possibility and limit their scoring, and then offensively, trying to really give ourselves the advantage with that. So it's going to be a dogfight, but we're going to be prepared, and that's what we're doing right now. We just finished practice 5 minutes ago, and so it's how do we get mentally prepared and ready, to really give it our best shot against North Dakota.
Jade, when you look back at where this program started and making the move, what are you most proud of, or where the program was and where it is now?
I think of like how much we've adjusted just through every year. We're always making adjustments. We're never content where we're at. And I think you can see the growth. I think when we first finished in the conference, we were like 8th or 9th. But now we're at 4th, and I just think like the growth is what I'm most proud of, and just never being complacent, being like, oh, like pity us, like we just jumped from Division III. It's always been like a go-getter mindset, and I'm just very proud of that because I feel like you can see it in action, take place now, and dreams to reality. So.
Any other questions for our student athletes? All right, thank you, Jade and Amber. Coach will stay and have some questions just for you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you both. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Now we have questions for head coach Ruth Sin, who is in her 20th season at St. Thomas and has a career record of 407 and 154. And we are, as mentioned, playing North Dakota. It's the 4-5 game in the first round of the Summit League tournament.
Coach, for you, just to piggyback off of what Jade said, what for you is the thing you're most proud of over these last 4 years?
It's just the growth of these young women. It always has been. It's always about the people. And just to watch them and how they hold themselves and conduct themselves. As I said, they did this piece on Jade in education and with Maxfield, and it's like, that's what it's about, the way they're going to impact other people from their experience. In basketball, I love this game. And this game is, yesterday is my day off, and I'm watching basketball all the way time. Our games, but also the other games as well. But the day that it's bigger than the people was the day I shouldn't be in it. And so I am so proud of our young women. As Jade mentioned, it's never been about, oh, we're not good enough. It's been a go-getter mentality about how can we manipulate, what can advantages can we do, how do we give it our best shot? And I have been so proud at their resolve through it all, even in that first year. There was never a game that they went into and thinking, like, we don't have a chance. And I had like 18-year-olds going against 26, 27-year-olds because of the COVID year. But they've never done that. They've always been about putting it and giving it their best shot and staying together. So I am so proud of these young women who have really worn this jersey through this transition.
How hard was it yesterday watching the film of Saturday?
All correct us. You know, we always have a saying that it's not why is this happening to us, it's what can we learn from this. And, you know, I think it was Kobe Bryant that says, you know, you never lose until you quit. And we're just excited we have life back and we can continue to improve and grow and make corrections and learn from it. So we're doing a lot of learning right now, a lot of learning.
I mean, some of that too, SDSU is, I mean, legit top 25 team in the country.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere. It was a fun place to be. Well, we might not have had a lot of people cheering for us, but I don't care if they're cheering for us or against us. It was an awesome atmosphere. And, you know, I liked some of the things that we did. And obviously they gave us their best, a great punch, and we're going to have to counter some different things. So we're going to have a lot to learn from. So, but again, growth opportunity, it's what you look for it.
How much of a benefit is that having a team like them in your league?
Oh, there's no question. There's no question. I mean, it raises everybody, and even their schedule and some of the teams that they're playing, you know, they're helping, again, have a national scene with that, with the Summit League and stuff. And, you know, I've talked to a lot of the coaches that I have friends with, and they're just like, people don't understand how strong the Summit League, especially this year. From top to bottom, the Summit League in women's basketball has really taken a step with that. You know, I know like a couple of years ago we were kind of a two-bid league, but right now, the parity from the top to the bottom has really improved and developed.
Ruth, what kind of lessons do you think you learned from being in the tournament last year that you can apply this summer?
You know, I think that is the enjoyable part, is that we have an experienced group. You know, we're junior, senior based, so they've been in that environment. Just playing at SDSU with the big crowd and stuff, they understand what that environment is like. That first year, you know, we didn't know what that was like. And so I think they're excited about the opportunity, they're excited about the challenge, and they really know themselves so they can embrace it. And so I think that's excitement.
Of your 407 wins, is there only one that's via forfeit?
Yes.
January 2nd?
Yes.
Like, what happened? What's the story?
I could not tell you. I have never been a part of something like that. You know, I have no. You know about as much as I do, and so we'll take it. But you know, it wasn't anything on our parts, and so we were the beneficiary of that. But we're just moving forward, and it's kind of like with everything we said. We just control the controllables, and that was outside of our control. But we'll take a break and move forward.
So you lose the game, and then you get a phone call a couple weeks later saying we're.
I never even got a phone call. There was an email that this was happening. So, like I said, I'm in the dark as much as you are.
What's the biggest difference in doing this job now than 5 years ago with D3?
You know, I think the difficulty at this is just it's so fast and there's so many people involved, and you know there's so many aspects to the game. You know, you've got the aspects on the floor, and you know, bigger, faster, stronger is definitely true. There's no question. There's more isolation. There's different things that we have to prepare for. But in order to really service our student athletes, and I think this is the benefit of Division I, is the way we support our student athletes here at St. Thomas is incredible. And I have a couple of kids that have transferred in, and they're amazed at the mental health resources that we have, the fueling station that we do, all the resources that we do so our student athletes can really thrive, you know, as people. And I think that's the neat thing about this whole jump is we've really provided an opportunity for our student athletes to really just just maximize their potential and really become those impactful leaders in our community that eventually, we're hoping that they're going to be.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.